The recognition for Central California Business of the Year for Pacific Paleontology completely took me off guard and came as a real shock. I suppose that I had my nose to the grindstone and my hands in the soil, so to speak, and I didn't really actually realize that we were making such a big impact. I grew up in an actual Jurassic Park 1.0 called the Lost World in Scotts Valley that my family built back in the day with life sized animatronic dinosaurs. Some of you might remember one of our baby brontosauruses being snatched up and ended up on Joan Baez's lawn in the Carmel Highlands. We all start out life exploring our environment, being curious about what's out there, searching to define who we are and where our passions lie. Some people, such as the depth psychologist James Hillman, propose that our passion and calling in life was what he called the daimon, which pre exists in us even before we are born. And I happen to be curious about and develop a passion for what lies under the surface of the earth that we can see right here. But I just kept on going deeper and deeper until I reached a level that I think is very ancient. I encourage everyone here to dig deeply into their souls, into the earth, to find their passion. It might not be too far below the surface. And I want to broadly acknowledge this land that we are on tonight here at the gala as the ancestral territory of the Esalen and Ohlone peoples. I also want to acknowledge and recognize the Central Coast SBDC and their staff, especially Sharon Mixel, for all my lengthy and invaluable public contract conversations along the way. Jose Luis Barjas, Rosemary Ramirez, Destiny Iglesias, Maya Silva, and Will Moa. I'd also like to thank our team at Pacific Paleontology, Papa Firstly, my incredible and talented supported wife, Senior Research Paleontologist Charles Powell, Senior Paleontologist Carl Heinemann, Site Paleontologist Gary Bloom, and Field Paleontologist Caitlin Tunick, Danny Boyer, Yuka Okshima, and Aaron Rosenfeld, as well as our incredible graphic designer and social media, branding virtuoso Larissa Bueno. Lastly, I'd thank a few of our clients, Harris and Associates, Denise Stuffy and Associates, MPE, Monterey Peninsula Engineering, EMC Planning Group, David J. Powers and Associates, M&S Engineering, Terracon Incorporated, Microsoft Incorporated, Cubix Construction, Carmel Area Water District, State of California Coastal Conservancy, Transportation Agency for Monterey County, State of California Parks Department, Caltrans, the California Academy of Sciences, University of California Museum of Paleontology, Santa Cruz Museum of Natural History, and the PG Museum of Natural History.
Hi, my name is Wayne Thompson, and my business is Pacific Paleontology, Papa Incorporated. We are a paleontological mitigation firm, and what that means is we go out to new construction sites and we're in charge of protecting the fossils that might be discovered on a particular site that has ground disturbing activities. So we're there to uphold the local, California, and federal laws that are there to protect these resources. We serve really the public because the protected artifacts that we're here to conserve and preserve are really for the public benefit. And so all of the fossils that we discover on these construction sites go to public institutions such as universities and museums. I grew up in a virtual Jurassic Park 1.0 where we constructed back in the 1950s and 60s a amusement park on 40 acres in Santa Cruz County with life-sized animatronic dinosaurs. And growing up as a young kid with these dinosaurs all around was very influential. We heard about the Central Coast SBDC online in 2022 when we first had the idea about starting a paleontological mitigation business. The biggest challenge, I think, is navigating the complicated waters of government contracting. And the advisor that we had, Sharon Mixell, had a long career in government contracting. The most important part of the assistance was with developing our business plan, as well as analyzing the market and developing our protocols and tactics. We found it absolutely imperative that we teamed up with the SPDC to grow our business into the markets that were available. We wouldn't have been able to identify those markets without the assistance of the SPDC.